Joel Wynkoop. Be sure to check out my show, The Joel Wynkoop Show, Sunday nights at 9 p.m. on Verizon Channel 30 and Bright House Channel 950. We'll see you there.
It's The Joel Wynkoop Show, starring Joel Wynkoop. Joel's guest tonight, actress Julianne, featuring Wynkoop's Rents. And now, here's Joel Wynkoop.
Hey, welcome to the Joel Wynkoop Show. We've had now, I think, 28 episodes. We are now in our third season, so I think that's kind of cool. Had some technical difficulty with the TV station, took a little bit away from the season, so we're doing the best we can. We got some great guests here. Today, we got some great guests coming up. We actually have some people in the audience, which is really cool. We have a live audience here for the Joel Wynkoop Show. And we're going to get with it. But one thing, I got a lot of emails on something's clinking. Is it on me? Am I clinking? It's my buttons. My buttons are clinking. Anyway, on my Facebook, I've got a lot of these and a lot of personal emails. People saying, you're too silly, you're too loud, you scream too much. I have the Wynkoop's rant I used to do, and I would yell a lot, and people are complaining, you know, it's kind of juvenile, the stuff you're doing, and you yell at your guests. And what we're going to try and do is just have a normal talk show. So there's going to be no more screaming from me. I'm not going to be doing any Wynkoop's rant or screaming at my guests or yelling at the cameraman or pitching cards at the camera like I used to do. What we want to do is just a very, very normal talk show. So there's no more Mr. Wild Wynkoop. It's just going to be very calm and peaceful. So everybody is going to conduct themselves very quietly, and I will lead us in this quiet experiment. Oh, that sucks. I don't want to do that. We're doing this show the old Joel Wynkoop way. That's right. We're coming at you now with the Joel Wynkoop Show. That's right. And what's going on in Egypt anyway? What is this stuff? At least they've got it all resolved. Oh my God, there was people packing up, Americans leaving Egypt to get back to our country because people were busting down their doors in their hotel rooms trying to get shootings and stabbings and killings. All this because a bunch of mummies are running around strangling people. You know, it's just Egypt. That's the old Egypt. They have mummies there.
No mummies.
And the mummies are killing people. What?
There's no mummies in Egypt.
Christian, I thought we agreed that you were not going to talk to me when I'm running my show.
But there's no mummies in Egypt.
There
That's
are
not what all the
mummies in
fighting's
Egypt.
about.
That's what the whole problem. That's why there's unrest. It's the mummies are strangling people. You know, Tutankhamun, Johnny Quest and all that. The curse of Tartar.
It's not about mummies.
That's what it is.
It's not about mummies. It's about the government. It's about the president. It's about the political problems they have in the country. What are you talking about?
Political problems?
Yeah.
No, the mummies is much cooler. I think we should just go that there's a bunch of unrest because all the mummies running around. I tell you what I am really irked at is the customer service in this country has gone to hell. What is the thing where you can go into a McDonald's? It used to be in the 70s. I would go into a McDonald's and go, hey, how's it going? And they're like, welcome to McDonald's. How can I help you today? Well, like a Big Mac, large Coke, large order of fries. There you go, sir. Thanks a lot. That'll be $7.99. Wow, that was a lot of money in the 70s for a Big Mac, a Coke, and a large fry, but you get my meaning. And you get your change back. Have a good day, sir. Now it's walk into McDonald's, and you're in a staring contest. And I'll do this on purpose, because I'm not giving them my order until they talk to me. I don't care if it sounds juvenile. I'm standing there, and I'm waiting. Finally, the girl goes, do you want anything? I'm like, do I want anything? Is this how we talk to people now? What happened to welcome to McDonald's? I don't care if you're McDonald's, Burger King, Taco Bell's, all of them, fast food, even some of the regular restaurants. I went home, took out a drive-through type order. Get all the way home, you trust the person. I get there, the wife says, this is marinara sauce, this isn't the garlicky butter. Unbelievable! I already had to get dressed, put clothes on, to go out and get this, to bring back dinner. I'm already pissed. So I got to go back. I walk into the door and the guy goes, wait a minute. I'm coming in the door. Why are you telling me to wait? I know what to do. I know how to behave. I come in, sit down, and you're telling me right away, wait a minute. And then when I'm standing there, he goes, oh, do you want more sauce? I go, no, man, I just drove home with the sauce you gave me, and I got all the way home, and I found out it wasn't the sauce I wanted, so I came back, so I wanted to get the correct sauce. Oh, so you want to switch it? Yeah, that's what I want to do. I want to switch it. So he gives it to me, and then I hesitate a moment because I think there might be a, sorry about that, dude. But is there no? Because there's no customer service anymore. But then I went to a McDonald's last night, and my friend Alex was there, and on the speaker it was, "Welcome to McDonald's, may I take your order?" We did the transaction. I told him what I wanted. I got what I wanted. I thanked him very much because he's not one of these young punks that are on drugs and wear their pants down to here. Woo! We'll be right back in a minute with the Joel Wynkoop Show with my first guest, Miss Julie Ann. Stay where you're at, or I'll nuke ya!
I'm afraid you'll have to come with me, sir.
You remind me of someone from a long time ago.
All right, we're here at the Joel Wynkoop Show with the beautiful Julie Ann. Now, Julie Ann, I've known Julie Ann for quite a number of years. Julie Ann, you are super busy in the business. Tell us a little bit about Julie Ann and how you got started. First of all, how did you and I meet?
I don't remember.
Well, we're going to remember together. Because you know what? Every one of my guests I've had on the show, I've worked with them in some capacity. Either I know them or most of them I've worked with, and all the guests I've had. So I think
We've done a couple things, so I'm not quite sure what was first.
when we were on Herschel's movie, show
That's
together.
right. That was when we had talked beforehand, but that was the first time we were actually on the set together. We didn't have any scenes to.
No.
Oh no, we did have one scene together, the protester scene.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Waving dead,
But
body
I knew
parts.
you before that. Did we just we had been talking to each other? Or?
I believe we talked online.
Okay.
Because of Thumper, actually.
Oh, okay, yeah, because Frankie was in the band.
Yeah.
The Cowboy Mafia.
Yes.
My buddy Thumper on the drums. Bam.
So
Yeah.
That's how we met.
So is that, and then, because I remember you came to me on Herschel's set, and you saw me, and we talked there a lot. And then when Rich Anaski was doing Killing Spree, my buddy Rich Anaski was doing Killing Spree,
Yes.
he had all these people in it, except for Mr. Wynkoop, who done Killing Spree back in 1987! I'm sorry, 88. 91.
So you can't
88.
remember either.
I can't remember. Anyway, you were so sweet. You called me up and you said, "Joel, I've been offered this role in Killing Spree, but I know, you were in the original Killing Spree, and you haven't been asked, and I don't want to." Well, you tell it, because it was nice. It was sweet. I was like in tears.
Well, I thought it was a perfect opportunity for us to work together again and actually have more interaction on the set and, do something where it wasn't just, I'm part of the crowd and you're doing your thing or whatever. So basically it ended up where we did have time together and it was very violent and there were eyeballs and, yeah.
Yes, and
That's how I remember
we were
it.
speaking about the Snow White nursery rhyme. No, we're not. What are we talking about?
We are talking about Truth
Truth
or
or Dare,
Deadly
Part
Dares.
4, The Deadly Dares. Yes, Julianne was in Truth or Dare 4 with me, working with me.
I
But the-
play a hitchhiker that you should just know better than to pick up. Like, if you see me walking down the street, it's probably a bad idea to pick me up. I'm going to be right in my mind.
It's neat, really, because I'll say this, and then maybe I'll get a lot of boos. And shut up! You don't know what you're talking about. You wish, but it is kind of an iconic thing. Truth or Dare was one of the first, movies to go straight to the video stores. We did it back in 1985, and so you're actually playing. You're playing the hitchhiker that was played by Carrie Lee Walker back in Truth or Dare in '85, and a lot of people. There's a very big following for the Truth or Dare movie.
Well, there is for Tim in general. I mean,
Yeah.
it's just, he has a good following and he is a great guy. And
Yeah.
even though he wasn't actually there, it was great to be a part of that project.
Tell us some more about Julianne, because you're so super busy. You've been working with Joe Davis. Now, what have you done with Joe? As Night Falls, I think?
Yeah, we did As Night Falls, which we got to actually see. It wasn't completely finished at Screamfest, but we saw it, and I knew I was going to be blown away by it, just overall, but when I actually saw it, it's incredible. It's one of the best projects that I've been a part of, and there's Debbie Rochon's in it, Rain Brown,
Oh,
Denny
cool.
Melody. I mean, there's a lot of really cool people, too, and I have one of my favorite death scenes. I always die, but I mean, this was just really special because I get killed with a pitchfork and
All right.
there's hay and horses.
Cool. Kind of like I think Courtney LaCara from Killing Spree. She did a movie called Slaughterhouse, and I think she got out with a pitchfork.
That's a good way to go
Yeah.
because you get to be in the air and vomit blood.
Oh yeah,
It's not just like bang, you're dead.
yeah. So it's not I Love Lucy here, folks.
No, definitely not. I mean, there was red hair, but that's about as close as we got.
So what else now? Because You've done a lot of indie things, a lot of shorts.
Yep.
Just tell us some more about that. Whoa,
Oh,
Heather
that was
Henshaw
fun.
did this for me. And someone in my audience was saying, take that stuff down. No! This is for Heather. Heather Henshaw. For Heather! For Patton! For Heather! That's Spidey and one of my characters from the movie Rock. Tell us some more about what you've been doing, though. Tell us some of your work. What? She's done a lot. He's just laughing at me. My zipper's undone or something.
Okay.
Come on, keep up with the wine coop. Let's go.
Okay, now I've got a couple products that I'm right now.
Just ignore them.
I just
Pretend they're naked. Oh! Go ahead.
okay. I just finished my part for this movie House of Blood that's being shot in Sarasota, and I had a really great time dying there too. And hopefully that will be hitting the festivals. I think later this year.
Cool.
I just did a movie called What They Seen with Rich Keane was directing, and
Very
we'll
cool.
be talking with him too. And
We're gonna have them in an
I-
upcoming show. Cool.
I die.
Died again?
I always do.
See, all my early movies I died, and then I just said, no more dying.
I like dying though.
Do you?
But I'm gonna be working on a project that's local called The Looking this weekend.
Oh, that sounds cool.
I have a couple different things that are gonna be going on in the coming months, but I don't really wanna say specifically until it gets closer to shooting. There's a couple that are going to be on DVD soon.
Mhm.
Zellwood, starring the beautiful Sarah Jean Underwood from Playboy.
Wow, cool.
Yeah, I actually don't die, but I have a really cool killing scene.
Oh, yeah?
So, and
You do the killing or they do the killing?
I do the killing.
You
I
do
think
the
it's one of the only times that I actually kill somebody. So that's something, I'm looking for, more stuff where I kill people if anybody wants me to kill somebody. So
If you want to
I'm really looking for that.
kill somebody.
Yeah.
You have to explain to you like that. Someone's on camera and they're like, hi, yeah, I'll be appearing at the nightclub on 5th and Main, and then I'll be flying over to Chicago to do a show there at the Grand Funk Hotel. Then I'll be winging on out to Los Angeles where I'll be doing 3 nights, and then I'll be coming to your house and I'll kill you if you'd like. And
I want my itinerary.
I will bring the
Thank
choice
you.
of your
See?
weapon. I have laser guns. I have
I see
45
you have machine
automatics.
guns over there.
Yes,
I like
yes. My
knives
producer
and
has
axes.
he has a very nice knife in the office that he's using for an upcoming for a web series called
Hell's Bounty.
Hell's Bounty. I did not need your help. I would have got it for Hell's Bounty.
The way you got
I'm
it.
really good with hedge clippers.
Hedge clippers.
Yeah, like the new ones that go click, click every time.
Oh yeah, they use that in Friday the 13th part 5. I think they rammed it to the guy. Just
I do
had a
something
great
on the
lovemaking
opposite
thing.
end.
Ah.
I would, so.
See, it's all this damn shock value. It's all this shock value. Sorry, Cindy.
That was pretty shocking there.
I know. I wanted to see she's dozed. She's like, I'm really bored. But hey, we're gonna come right back. We're gonna take a break. We're gonna be right back with Julie Ann. So stay where you are. We'll be right back.
Hi, this is Jocko Moreno down here at Eddie's Used Cars. Yes, indeed, folks, Eddie's Used Cars. Come on down, just turn your set up, get down in your little car. Come down here right now. Trade that piece of
Shut your pile. So anyway, I can't believe you never heard Johnny Quest. What? Are we on? No,
Yeah.
for real. Oh, you really shot? Oh,
Yeah.
okay. So we're back with Julie Ann here. And sorry about that, the old reminiscing of the Johnny Quest days.
I
Now,
like watching Boomerang lately.
yeah. Well, I would watch it when I was a
The
kid.
cartoons now suck. Like, I really don't like them.
I know.
Even 90s were better, like Ren and Stimpy and stuff like that.
I know. Ren, it's Stimpy. How about Beavis and Butthead?
Yeah, that's back. Well, it was supposed to be
Fire!
back.
Fire! How about Beavis?
So you
pretty
should have
good.
done voiceover for that. So.
I know. I've done some voiceover work. But tell us about Julie Ann.
The first
Okay.
thing that I wanted to do when I turned 18 was work with Troma Studios.
Okay.
And so I became a Tromet for them. I started.
Now, see, I didn't know that. I didn't know you were Truman.
Yeah, when I
Cool.
was 18.
For Lloyd Kaufman. Very cool. I didn't know that.
And I would go and do all of the conventions that they had in Orlando. I started doing stage shows for the after parties, like bloodbaths and stuff like that. And I kept in touch with them, and I don't remember who specifically asked me, but they're like, why don't you try out for a film, just go in an audition. I went and I did a short right after that, and they weren't going to give me the role because I didn't have really any previous experience, but the director knew of Lloyd, and they talked, and Lloyd actually gave a recommendation that I should do it. And you can
very
actually
cool.
see that short on a compilation called Slices. You can get it on
Cool.
Amazon, and it's one of the things that I've done that's, you know.
I remember that came out because it was on demand.
Yeah, it was actually. It's not
Yeah.
anymore, but it was on there for a while. So that I'm really proud
Remember
because
that,
it's
yeah.
out there, you know, lurking about. But and ever since then, I just haven't stopped. I keep being persistent and going and trying to get involved in stuff, even if it's just holding a light, so I can just keep active and network. And it's what I
Well,
love
it's
to
a
do
lot
anyway,
of
so.
it being. You can be on the set and be holding a
Oh, I
light, and all
clean
of a
up
sudden someone
after
can say,
the
"Hey, can you step in
set. I
and do this
just
scene?"
hang out and
Yeah.
breathe their air, I guess. But it's a good time, and I just like the whole experience. And a lot of times when things don't even, you never see it again or whatnot, it's just the experience is what you have. And so if you go in there and that's what you're looking for is an experience and to have a good time, then you walk away and you're never disappointed. So.
Cool. What would you like some, not to be so cliche, but aspiring words for people that are out there that are going, hey, that's what I want to do. I want to get into movie making. Here's a nice lady up here talking about all the movies she done. How can I get into this?
Well, you have to go in without an attitude. You can't go in there thinking, I'm going to make a job of this and I'm going to, you know, make money off of this. Half the time, you know, you're contributing what you can do, even if it's financially to projects, even if it's just gas.
Yeah.
You've got to have the attitude that you're not better than anyone else there. You go in and you just have fun with it. And things change when you're on the set, so you have to be open to things changing, open to bringing your own ideas. And you just have to, the number one thing is you have to keep at it. And you have to be, you know, able to put yourself out there, talk to people, see what's going on, and even if it means driving across the state, if it's what you want to do, it's what you're going to do.
Absolutely, because it's sad, and Bruce, my good brother, I love you, but he used to always tell me, he goes, I don't understand if you're not making a career at this. What it is it's doing something you love. And of course, we all want to make money at it. I mean, I worked for years not getting, except for Truth or Dare, they had $1 million budget, so I made some money on that. But a lot of the movies after that, Killing Spree, Wicked Games, really didn't make anything. It was until after Creep, and I started getting a name for myself and I could do these other movies. But the one thing is, like you said, is don't go in there with some attitude and Terrence Andrewsy, if you see this, you want to come after me, go ahead, man, make my day! And that was on Truth or Dare, because after Truth or Dare was shot, we did Killing Spree, and then I did Lost Faith, and I wanted to have Terrence in that. And he came up for the audition, and he read, you know, with everybody there, I had 60 people in the room, in a hotel. He read the whole thing, went home, I said, you know, you didn't give me the agreement back. And he's over the phone, he goes, well, let me just tell you something, your agreement sucks, you're not giving me anything. I go, dude, you haven't done anything. I mean, there's a way to start your career, and that's one of the ways not to start it, by just, if Miss Julianne walks in and goes, you know, I want, on your first shoot out, and you're walking in and going, your contract sucks, you know, I want 800 a day, they're gonna go, there's doors over there.
Well, at the end of
So
the
you gotta go
day,
work with them.
you have to realize that this is what you want to do because you love it. I'm a horror fan. It's all that I watch. It's all I've ever watched. I'm actually done with writing my own script, so it may never
Cool.
come to, you know, anything, but I have it and I can hold it and it's mine. And the same goes with, if I get a copy of the film, I'm more concerned with that than, you know, it playing in theaters nationwide or whatnot. I have a book that Cindy's also a part of it's called Hot and Horrifying.
Cool.
And it's just, there's amazing women that are involved in that, and to be in the pages with those women, to work with people like Debbie Rochon, Linnea Quigley,
Yeah.
I mean, Herschel Gordon Lewis, Lloyd Kaufman, I mean, all
Tell
those
us about
people.
some of those. Tell us about Debbie, because I've worked with Debbie a couple times, and she's a doll. But let me hear your experience with Debbie. And Debbie Rochon, the people that don't know, is like
They
Scream
must be in
Queen.
space, then.
Yes, but she's like I like to say Queen of the
She is a
B
queen.
horror
She's
movies
a-
and stuff. She's a doll.
She's amazing. I met her when I did that short that basically they were just going out on a limb and being like, okay, we'll give this girl a chance. She was there as a friend to coach us. She was in town for a Fangoria thing in Orlando.
Cool.
And I remember she came in there and I was kind of like, oh, I'm afraid of how she's going to be. She's so, like, I really, you know, idolized her growing up.
Mm-hmm.
I remember seeing her in Romeo and Juliet and just being like, from there, following all of her work.
Yeah.
But she came in there and she was so helpful with all of us. When we needed to cry, she would say something like, you know, he's going to cut this scene if you can't cry, and it's 4 a.m. and you have to be in Clearwater, you know, in like 3 hours.
Yeah,
So you
yeah.
better start crying. sure enough, I started crying, and
Yeah.
now I can cry because I just,
Cool.
she taught us just little basic things that I've kept with me, and I
Mm-hmm.
worked with her on As Night Falls. I worked with her on a movie called Dead End, which
I was
hopefully
gonna bring up Dead End. I was
They
gonna
showed a
start
clip
starting on-
at-
Jeffrey Breslau was in that too. As one of the zombies.
they showed a clip of it at the Real Terror Awards.
Oh,
that-
okay, cool. Yeah.
They showed it later at the end of the night.
Uh-huh.
Linnea Quigley was in that one.
Okay, yeah.
That one, I hope it comes out. I really do want to see it. It was a really fun time. But
Mhm.
again, I walked away with, memories and a good experience. So if it doesn't, then, at least I have it here. So.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing, and I'm hoping you'll agree, and there's a lot of filmmakers that agree. When you are doing something, you're shooting something, finish it! I don't know how many times I got to tell about finish your movie! Holy smokes! If you start the damn thing, finish it! Finish Body in a Dumpster! Finish For Christ's sakes! Get these things out!
For Christ's sakes! For Christ's
Yes,
sakes!
get it out!
Sakes!
Holy moly! Billy Batson used to say that before he changed to Captain Marvel. Anyway, yes, get those projects out. Get them done and get them out. Julie, anything else you'd like to... What's for Julianne in the future? You said you wrote the script and just pursuing other things, I guess, and...
I'm just going to keep doing this. I'm going to keep, in touch with all of the people that I've met along the way and see what I can do and leave my mark and hopefully contribute something that, somebody will look at and be like, that chick's pretty awesome. She died and she was most likely naked or something.
Well,
So-
you've already, how are we doing on time? Okay. You've already done a lot of stuff, and a lot of people have seen your stuff. Sometimes I just think, I look at myself as an actor and I've done a lot of stuff. Sometimes I just think the right people haven't seen it. I mean, there are some that can afford you and get you for the movie, but when I'm talking right, I mean the guys at the big.
I've thought about going to LA. People have asked me. A lot of friends have gone out there, and people that have branched outside of Florida. But I'm actually really happy here in Florida. I do out-of-state work. I enjoy traveling to do out-of-state work, but I'd never move from here. I don't really want to get involved in the bigger productions and whatnot and just be a number. I like being in more of like a family environment where everyone works together and stuff like that. And a lot of people that have gone out to LA have ended up coming back here anyway. So basically, screw
Yeah.
LA. I'll stay in Florida and hold it down.
No, I've heard that. A lot of people move out to LA, and I've been asked that too. Why don't you go out there? Why? Because there's 10,000 other guys just like me trying to get work. I'd rather stay here, get something established here. And it kind of feels like you kind of say the same thing. It's let's try and get some work here. Let's
bring Florida back and keep it
yeah,
strong.
yeah, and do it here in the Tampa area. We don't have to go to Miami. In fact, these other places, they don't have to go to even Miami. They can come to Tampa. We got so much we can shoot here, and there's so many filmmakers here shooting stuff. So.
There's a lot of good people,
Yeah.
and that's why I
Yep.
do what I do.
Yep. So any closing thoughts, Julianne, before we wrap up the show?
No, just thank you for having me,
You're very
and
welcome.
I hope to see you again soon.
I hope so too. And you did that work for me, like I said, on Truth or Dare 4, which will be out, I think, June or July with Tim Ritter. So
Awesome.
that's another movie you got coming out. So, all right, thank you, Miss Julie Ann. All right, we'll be right back right after this. Don't go anywhere. I'll blast you with my laser gun.
Oh, but no one ever said it was successful.
I don't care about your pornographic fantasies, alright? We're in the middle of a homicide here. Do you understand that?
Yeah, you better come with me. We're not through with you yet.
Oh, yes, you are.
Yeah! Yeah!
I'm gonna bust your ass, you little pipsqueak! That thing on for 8 consecutive years. What makes you think he's gonna take it off now?
I dare you!
Hey, we got an old thing that we do on the Wine Coop Show, and that is the Wine Coop 30-second movie review. Look, there's Debbie Rashawn. It's Debbie Rashawn. All right. No, I love Debbie. I love Debbie. Stop Dead is a movie by... Well, damn, if I'm not in that. Jason put me way back almost. He fuzzed me and whited me out almost. He can't even see I'm in this. This is actually a pretty cool movie. Jason wrote this. Sent me the script. My wife read it first. She always gets to the computer first. She reads the scripts and she's going, you gotta do this movie. It's gonna be so cool. It is an on-the-road movie. I say kind of like It's not really, but I love to race. Have anybody seen Race with the Devil in this room? With Warren Oates and Peter Fonda?
Oh, yay!
Yeah! But did you really see it? Oh, okay. He was faking it. He's a faker! Race with the Devil is awesome. Anyway, to me, kind of a tribute, but it's on the road movie. There's 4 of us going off on this vacation type thing, and of course there's a killer involved. Debbie Rashawn plays my wife. Also, Kevin White and Karen White are in it, and it's got a lot of people that have done a lot of B&E movies. Cindy Kratz is in this. Melanie Robel's in this. Of course, I'm in it. Debbie Rashawn. But it's kind of cool. It's just on the road trip kind of feel, vacation feel to it, and but with these notorious killings going on, and it's pretty cool little thing. It just got a new update with a poster and a new box and everything, and it's by Jason LaCoria of Hocus Focus Productions, and it's called Stop Dead. So check it out if you can. It's kind of a cool little action horror thriller type flick. So check it out when you can. All right, that is it for the Joel Wynkoop Show. I would like to give a shout out to some of my past sponsors. I won't pick that. I picked this up. I told myself I wasn't going to pick this up because it's like, I don't know if, can you see through that?
No.
Oh, it doesn't matter then. But I told myself I wouldn't pick it up, but I did. I picked it up. So to some of my past sponsors and sponsors still today, my past sponsors have been Luciana's Redken Elite Salon. Thank you for your patronage in the past. From Above Cuts, thank you very much. Target Printing and Copying is still one of my sponsors now. Thank you very much. Bay Auto Wholesale was in the past. I thank you, Ryan, there very much. And Mark Ford with Lions Kill Productions. I thank you graciously, sir, because the show would not be on the air without you. And Mark Ford is one of the producers of Herschel Gordon Lewis's The Uh-Oh Show, and he's a great guy. He's been really cool to me, and he's made this whole show possible. So I thank him very much. A round of applause for Lions Kill Productions. All right, and that is it. We're going to wind it up. The Joel Wynkoop Show will be back next week with a good friend of mine, a director of movies. He's also an actor. He's a producer, and his name is Joe Davison, and he's going to be with us next week. So stay with us, and we will be back next Sunday night. Same bat time, same bat channel. We'll see you then. This has been the Joel Wynkoop Show. We'll see you again soon. Oh, is that on?
Yeah.
The Joel Wynkoop Show is brought to you in part by Lions Kill Productions, Target Printing and Copying, Main Street Studios, Aqua Graphics.